book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verses 14 and 15. It says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings. Much salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect who continue to push this doctrine wherever the Lord has scattered you in these last days. Shalom, Makim. Shalom. No work in Egypt. ESPN does layoffs. No work in Egypt. ESPN does layoffs. You know, some were saying they were fired. All right, some were saying it was layoffs. In the industry that I work in, specifically the chemical refinery industry, you know, we use the words in terms of a layoff, cut back. Or I may get, you know, being in the position I'm in, I may get the head, you know, the notification from the superintendent who you want to lay off, who you got on your list for the cut back on. All right, guys that are not, you know, putting out. Production is slow. All right, with that particular crew or that particular person. All right, whether that being late for work, all right, not coming to work at all, or when they do work, they dragging ass. All right, meaning they're lazy. Okay, so we use those words as cutting back. All right. With these guys here, you know, the guy, Carl Ravick, you know, he was, speaking of ESPN, Carl Ravick, he been on a damn show since I was, you know, in middle school, all right? He said he didn't get a notification or nothing. He can get on heads up and saying, look, we're gonna let you do this for a certain amount of days, but when you get to this week here, the end of the week, we let you work the week, get to a certain part of the week, we're gonna have to lay you off. He didn't even get that. It was just out of the blue, out of nowhere. Hell, Ryan Clark was going live. He didn't even get to finish the whole live, you know, stream what he was doing. In the middle of it, you know, he got the earpiece in. All right, well, we're gonna be cutting back. We're laying you off, and you got to stop right then. That's how it is in the industry. The layoff may come. You may be working 8 hours, say 7 to 3:30. You won't finish that whole 3:30, but you'll work to 2:30. But they'll pay you for the whole 8 hours. 7 to 3:30 is 8 hours. All right. They'll stop it at 2:30. You go and get your shit. All right, together. All right. Throw it on the back of the truck. We'll take it to the gate, and you'll get your pink slip. Reduction in force. You laid off. With this happening right here, because it's starting with big tech companies. It's how Facebook did the mass layoffs with Mark Zuckerberg. All these big tech, IBM, big layoffs are coming through these big companies. ESPN just did the same shit in 2023. Now it's coming back all over again. But in this time right here, they're gonna come from up here, the big tech companies, to the smaller fucking job that's in Babylon the Great, just as they did during the pandemic. Those mom and pop, you know, little small businesses that were booming and starting to pop off. Everybody was running to them weekly. It's no more, and would never come back. That's gonna happen. It's happening now. Layoffs are a part of Bible prophecy. So in the event of that, AI is gonna come for everything, from the topic chief executive, superintendent, supervisor, all the way down to the fucking helper. All right, the lowest paid on the job. It's here in Isaiah. Let me read it again. Isaiah chapter 19. Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head And I did a video on it couple of I think it was last week or the week before last, going into the unemployment in America is at a staggering 61.5%. Now I was at the office this morning, you know, from the job, and I seen on the screen they was talking about the things going on in the UK. All right, the inflation has cooled down slightly, a little bit, but here it is. Oil has ticked up. It was $88. Now, according to endtimesheadlines.org, it is heightened and picked back up. Now it's at $95 a barrel. And it's gonna just increase and increase and increase. Like Glenn Beck said, once it gets to $100, you start to get nervous and worry a little bit. When it gets to 120, now you're like, oh shit. Now you run into the gas station to fill up. When the war first started off with the United States, the Israelis, and Iran, I think it got up to like 115 or 120. And the national average at $4. I'm saying that to say this. People don't have no fucking job in the midst of a crisis. It's gonna usher in second Esdras 15 and 16. Or second Esdras, the 6th chapter, where it says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. People are gonna go and take these things. Inflation is on the way. And if I don't have a job, layoffs, like ESPN is doing, and these big tech companies, my family's not eating, the unemployment that I'm gonna receive weekly is not enough. What's the next thing to do? Because the woman gonna be looking at you like, what you gonna do? Got these newborn babies in the house. But see, what Jake should do is get their own platform. You know, ESPN fired Shannon Sharp. You know, that homo, you know, yep, that's what I said, a homo. That homo went and got his own platform. Cam Newton. He's a fucking clown, bozo ass nigga. Go get your own platform. The same thing with Ryan Clark. All right? He says a lot of shit that I just disagree with, Ryan Clark. All right, but I'm gonna get into the article. Isaiah 19 and 15, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. Layoffs is a big part of Bible prophecy. Layoffs, man. No work. Which the head, the top, or tail, the lowest paid on the job, like I said earlier, the helper, all right, branch or rush may do. Now watch what this says here, all right, real quick, all right, coming from ESPN, all right. Yes, ESPN's parent company, Disney, finalized the acquisition of the NFL Network. Now, stop right there. The NFL Network. I'm not gonna sit up here and be over-righteous and sit up here and cap, all right? Like to watch it. Always been watching it and will still watch it until it's ultimately over with, all right? NFL Network, which is a weekly, you know, show that they always do. Whether you wanna watch ESPN, you can go to NFL Network and they show old classic games, or even do live interviews with players throughout the week, or even have, I think it's like 4 or 5 guys on the show, whether it be on a Saturday or even during the week, just talking about things going on around the league on the NFL Network. So you can get off the ESPN and get on the NFL Network. Now it's about to be joined as one where the ESPN is over it all with a certain percentage. It's like you got the NFL Network. Shit, Jake had the NBA League Pass also, man. NFL Network is aligned with what is called the NFL ticket. You can subscribe and get your package. You can watch all the fucking games, get all the news and injury reports and everything like this. Same thing with NBA League Pass. All right? It says, and hockey and all that other shit too. MLB, you know, the baseball. Yes, ESPN's parent company, Disney, finalized the acquisition of the NFL Network. In exchange, deal for a deal, and with this being done, gonna have to lay off some guys. Well, who we gonna get? Cam Newton. He just been doing too much. Gonna get rid of you. Ryan Clark. You've been just going. You just been wilding out. Just go back and look at this shit. You had to get him. And there's been a lot of Edomites commenting on these guys like this, man. Wonder why you never got Cam Newton never got what he did. You know, he went from Carolina, he was fucking playing with New England and everything like this. Never got that full deal to go back to the league. All right? They don't want your ass in there, man. All right? They don't want your ass in there. Let me hold this real quick. Ecclesiastes. All right? I'm gonna come back to that article, which I'm gonna show. You know, that they didn't even get a notice. It's out of nowhere. He's gonna cut you. That's it. That's how it goes. It's all business. That's what we always say. It's all business. NFL, all these sports and shit and entertainment is 10% talent, 90% business. That's why you see these guys winning these championships and everything like this. You know, within a couple of years, the dynasty is gone. All right, it's over with. Nothing lasts forever. You went one way, you went this other way, and then ultimately you get out of here and you never hear about your ass again, man. All right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. You know, you got the stock market and everything like this. You always see these little pictures and images of these Edomites when they see that arrow going down with the crash happening during the stock market, whether it be the NASDAQ, the Dow, you know, the SP 500, the shit going down here. They in panic mode. They're trembling, okay? The war's going on with Iran is causing a global shock through all these markets. Just check out every market up on Monday morning, man. All right? Just watch it. You know, you go to these certain venues and outlets, they have the shit playing all day, especially in the morning. All right? Like I go to Mercedes-Benz and get the fucking oil change. On there, you got whether you got ESPN playing, and on the other one, you got the damn stock market, you know, showing what's going on with that, because people have their shares going, you know, shares and stocks going on with that. And brothers do the same thing in the ministry. Nothing wrong with that. All right, we know it's gonna crash, but why not fuck with it while it's going? All right, nothing wrong with that. We're not going off by doing that. All right. Yeah, let me hold that article real quick. All right, it's from the New York Post. All right, from the New York Post. It says Carl Ravick had no idea ESPN layoffs were coming as details of his final day revealed. Carl Ravick had no idea what was coming. The 61-year-old who had worked at ESPN for 33 years. That's why I said I knew he had been there since I was like in middle school and shit, man. All right, along with guys like Stuart Scott, who died and went to the spirit world. All right, Rich Eisen. All right, just to name a few. All right, some of those guys are still working at ESPN. Was among the company's layoffs Tuesday. Layoffs? Talking about layoffs? In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And even in another related article, I saw that the ones that they laid off, they're going to bring actual NFL players in, and they will be having a full-time fucking job. See, Esau trying to keep this system rolling and running. And then amongst the brotherhood, we be like, we see these scheduled boxing fights, coming up. Like they got the one this weekend with Errol Spence. They got the upcoming NFL season. Where the hell is LeBron James going to play at this season? But prophecy is happening at the same fucking time. But Psalm 49 says that the inward thought is that the how shall continue. They think this shit is going to go on forever and ever, and it won't. Everything is going to just cease to exist. Going to come to a halt. Hell, it's saying it right here. The grinders cease. Because they are few. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. This is the outlook and future of America. which is very dark, very grim. No matter what the fuck Donald Trump says on these interviews and everything like this, these State of the Union addresses, is all bullshit, man. The so-called white man is a liar, a deceiver. You say one thing, well, we're going to put the National Guard, just to give you an example, put the National Guard in these cities to lower the crime rate. And then the actual city, a state comes out with the crime report and it's lower than it's ever fucking been. That's in one aspect. So the video goes into what? The layoffs and unemployment with the jobs. You get on here and say, well, we're doing fine. The economy is booming under me. I did that. Donald Trump, I did that. It's doing better than it ever did. It's doing better than what Obama did, or better than what Biden did. All right, I got it booming. Okay, and then you look at the actual job report, or the GDP, and you see the numbers on that. You're like, this guy's a fucking liar. Like, make it make sense. You saying this, but this is saying another one. Something's not adding up. All right, jumping down in the article. All right, let me see. Let me get to that one. Yep. All right, it says Rabbit. Speaking of Carl Rabbit, was one of the biggest names let go on Tuesdays in ESPN's 2026 layoffs. A list that includes, you ready? NFL analyst Ryan Clark, who found out he was getting fired during NFL Live on Monday. Isaiah Salaki, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. Now, this happened during the pandemic. All right, I remember we went out there to Lafayette, to bring it out on the block, and that literally the whole fucking block out there in Lafayette, Louisiana, downtown. It wasn't a soul on the fuck. Only one who was on the streets was the cops. It was us, the men of the Lord, and the cops. Period. And there was very few cops. They had big ass plywood, with spray paint. Well, was here. Hashtag not coming back. Big ass pieces of plywood, toe boards. All right, or just nothing at all, and all you can look through that dark ass window and just see nothing in there, just empty. But you got trash all on the fucking floor. People just said, fuck it, pick it up and move on out. It's over with. All right? Yeah. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. It's coming. The greatest crash that mankind has ever seen will happen in our lifetime. This generation shall not pass to all be fulfilled. One of the major prophecies of the Bible is no work being done in Babylon the Great. Like I said earlier, I'm having to lay off people on the job and cut back due to the lack of production. You're missing days. You come fucking late. Then when you come late, Jake got the nerve to come late and leave early. You get there at fucking 10 o'clock, then, I gotta go get my oil change. I gotta leave at 1 o'clock. Like, really? So with that happening, you get these robots in these facilities, you're not gonna have none of that. Production gonna be up high. You got to worry about a fucking robot being late. Or wanna come late and leave early. Or giving me back talk on the job. You got to worry about that. But in the event of that, like I said on the video I did with the UBI, with you not having a job and robots have taken your job, you sit your black ass at home and we're gonna pay you. The so-called white man gonna take care of you. He been doing it. Cause that shit 2/3 of you Israelites is your daddy. Donald Trump is your daddy. Not just Trump in it. Fucking job or facility that you working at, all right? You niggas are coons, you kiss ass, all these things. And that pisses the Lord off, man. But go, like the Bible says in Judges 10 and 13, go and cry to those gods which ye have served. Let them deliver you out of your tribulation. Go and cry to Matt or Scott. Go and cry to them. Let them help you. Let them draw out of their retirement, all right, and their pension and give you money because you don't want to return to their Heavenly Father. All right? And this is started with guys like this on ESPN'S are going to come to you. These guys, are getting paid a lot of fucking money. But even to the lowest ones, like I read in Isaiah 19, the tail, it's going to hit you too. All right? It's happening now. All right? Then you're finna have more pain at the pump, at the gas pump. All right? Yep. It says, yep, Ryan Clark, NFL analyst, who found out he was getting fired doing NFL Live on Monday. First Take. Yep, that's another thing on ESPN. First Take star and NFL MVP Cam Newton. Yep, NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, longtime SportsCenter anchor David Lloyd, football injury expert Stephiana Bell, damn, got her too, NFL Network analyst Charles Davis, and combat sports reporter Andreas Hale. See, I thought it was only just 4. Hell, it went more and more. They cutting back, man. It's coming to you too, all right? We know it's coming to the men of the Lord. For the gospel that we speak, we're not going to have no job at all. But our source, all right, is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. It's going to provide and take care for us. Fuck these jobs, all right? The MOTB is coming, all right? The mark of the beast is coming, all right? This is our job right here. To work the works. Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And it ain't nobody making no fucking money. The music is trash, it's garbage. Jig listen to some of it, we dib and dab with, it be all right. He working with someone, she got a little thing going. Other than that, as a whole, the shit is just trash. Jake listen to old rap or the R&B or the blues, particularly the fucking blues. All right. We love that, man. You get that, you get in that zone, and you get the, you get the feeling it because it gives you a peace of mind. Jake was going through pain, and you hear that pain in the music. The Israelites, man. All right, you can adapt to that. You can relate. Even niggas like Tupac. Not gonna sit up here and be over righteous about it, be fake about it. Listen to niggas like Tupac. The shit he was making. You can relate to it because it was pain, and that's the whole. That's the nation of Israel as a whole. Nothing but pain. Ain't nobody making no money, no fucking music. Maybe niggas like NBA Youngboy. All right, and the feds are just printing this money. I'm talking about just printing the fuck out of the money. The money is just running wrong because it's not backed by a goddamn thing. No gold, nothing is not backed by nothing. It's on the way. They are luring you on the way to transfer you right on over to their digital currency. The pieces are already in place. All right. The greatest crash is coming, and they're gonna roll you over to a digital currency. The digital currency, whether it be a stable coin or a CBDC, central bank digital currency, will link with the mark of the beast. All right. All this is leading to layoffs from big tech companies like ESPN, all right, sports stations and shit, all the way down to the lowest paying company, fucking temp service, a temporary service. All this is going to be rolled over to a digital currency. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutations to the Lord's hopefully elect who continue to push this doctrine wherever the Lord has scattered you in these last days. Oh yeah, let me get that, man. Let me get that. That just came to mind. All right. Let me get that real quick. I think it's in Sirach. Yep. I think it's in Sirach 25. Let me see if I got one to 10. All right. Rock 25. Let me see if I got one in 10. Real quick. Yep. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. What it's coming down to, the digital currency is Esau Edom's last hurrah. All right, the MOTB is the last, is the end of all be all, and then your ass is out of here. The Lord's going to rain down terror upon your party, and then the men of the Lord, beginning with your house by Shem Abishai, get the kingdom. All right, I had another one in Sirach 25 and 10, where it speaks about, 25 and 7, speaks about the downfall of our enemy, the so-called white man. Abab Abal, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, Maki.